Well, hello. Today's class is called Understanding, and I'll read from my little angel card book what that is. Understanding is the ability to include a deeper comprehension of life and your interactions rather than simply transferring your knowledge from one experience to another. Act with sincerity and empathy. So, um, as you know, I usually just pick from my little bowl, and this was the class that I picked for a group of women that I was doing a cancer support presentation for. So I thought, well, I'm just going to put this online also because there's probably a lot of people out there recovering from cancer or other injuries. So it's kind of a nice, slow, easy to do class. We're going to be sitting in the chair most of the time. If you get tired at any time, of course, stop, rest, sit down, and then resume, or just if you've had enough, you've had enough. That's part of recovery. You do what you can and you end where you need to. So keep that in mind as we go through the class today. And all you need to have is a chair and two blocks if you want to put your feet up on a block. I'm short, so sometimes it helps, although this chair is pretty good for me being able to touch the floor. But if you're sitting in a chair where your feet are not quite touching, you can place two blocks under your feet while we'll do some certain exercises on there. And the focus for my class today is, of course, support those that are not feeling well and recovering. But it's yoga can help one feel more energetic. A lot of people don't realize that, but when you're feeling kind of out of it, if you can do a few yoga poses, especially some deep breathing, that can energize you. So keep that in mind. And I'm going to go through a couple of deep breathing breaths that we're going to do in class and then try to remember those if you're feeling that, or even if you feel anxious, deep breathing is excellent for that too. Anyway, the deep breathing is also very important when you're recovering from cancer or other illnesses. And keep in mind that fatigue affects your mood, which affects everything. Because if you feel fatigued, everything is gonna feel off. So just remember that. Is also known to help calm the mind, which can help reduce symptoms and side effects such as pain, tiredness, and sleep problems, and also depression, which is a biggie if you've got any kind of illness. Some of the best yoga classes for recovering from cancer or other illnesses include gentle hatha yoga and restorative yoga and chair yoga, which is what we're going to be doing today. Walking is another excellent choice for those recovering. And dance moves are also another mood booster. And I did this in the class. We took a little break and we did a couple of Charleston moves, and it was really good to see the smiles on the women when we did that. I'm not going to do that today. Number one, I don't pay for using music, and I'm not going to pay to just play one song. So that's out. I wish I could. When I first started this, you could play music, and then they got where they take it off the air or it's just muted and you can't hear anything, even my instructions. So I don't play any music, and that is why. I'm very small here. I just am a volunteer that I'm doing this for. Um, I love yoga. I want to share it with others, and I really believe in the benefits of it. So, of course, avoid any kind of exercise if you're feeling exhausted. If you feel like you're in a hurry, don't try to exercise if you feel you're in a hurry because you may hurt yourself because you're like, oh, I got to get this done so I can move on to something else. Well, when you're going to exercise or do any kind of yoga, where just know that you've got that time for yourself, and that's what it's for. And you don't be thinking about what you're going to do the minute that you get up from the mat or chair. Or if you have any acute stress condition, it's best not to try to exercise because you're probably going to be stressing and not paying attention to what you're doing with your body. So, with all of that, that was a long-winded introduction to the class today. I apologize for that, but I wanted to get all those points in. I'm going to come back, and I have my chair. I have my two blocks ready. Just start my timer. And we're going to begin standing up. I do want to bring my glasses over. Sometimes I have to look at my notes on what's coming up next. So we can start standing up in our traditional Tadasana pose, or mountain pose, as most people call it. And to begin with, I just want to start by just having you just close your eyes down. If you want to have your fingers on the chair touching, or perhaps you just don't really have the energy, or you have some kind of injury with your feet or legs that you need to sit, you can also sit during this portion also. But we're just going to close our eyes down. Think about why you're joining me in this nice chair, gentle yoga class. And just center yourself. Just breathe normally. I like for you to get settled on focusing on what's coming up, and not thinking about what you need to do or what you haven't done for the day, because this is for you. And now we're going to just do 3 deep breaths, and you can keep your eyes closed if you want. I'm going to keep my eyes closed, I think, just because also this is a good balance thing to have your eyes closed. We're going to bend our knees, inhale up, arms coming up overhead. Feels so good. And you're just breathing normally. I'm just standing tall and stretching my arms up as tall as I can, kind of swishing side to side, and then I'm going to, on my next exhale, lower all that. One more time, inhale up and exhale down. Let's do one more, and I still have my eyes closed. It's strange doing this with my eyes closed, but I think it's good for my psyche to do it once in a while. We're going to inhale up really big, and then we're going to exhale out through our mouth with a big a release. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale out. And now if you want to, you can flutter your eyes open. Just doing that with the eyes closed kind of brings you back into focus and stretch out all of the external stimulation that's going on. Maybe you look over to one side and you see laundry, or you look to the other side and, oh, I want to pet my cute dog, or, you know, come here, kitty, let's have a little kitty time. So we just take all the distraction out. And we're going to go with our first warm-up. Fingertips on the back of the chair. If you feel comfortable, you don't have to. And again, if you want to close your eyes on this, you can, because that adds another layer of balance to it. I'm going to face this way first. We're just going to come up onto our toes. I've got this handy so I can touch with my fingers and stay up here for 2 or 3 seconds, and then lower down. And we're going to do this 10 times. 2, 3, and pause at the top, really using those muscles. 4, 5, 6, lower 7, lower 8, lower 9, lower. And if you've done classes with in the past, you know, in the last one, I like to come up on your toes, and then we're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really working out that arch through the bottom of the foot. Now for the next warm up, we're going to roll back onto our heels. And I actually just found out last night from a friend of mine, roll back to, that this is an exercise that her physical therapist has her doing for her knee. 4, 5. I do it because I really feel that calf stretching out. 6, 7. I'm just rolling. My toes are coming up off the mat. 8, 9, and 10. And I don't know how we do pulse here. I don't think we'll pulse here. And then just come down gently. Now just shake your feet out. So I was glad to learn that that exercise has some PT connotations attached to it for the knees. So it's more than just stretching the calf. It's also stabilizing the knee, to what my friend told me from her PT. She has to do it 20 times. We're just doing it 10. She has to do it 20 times, 3 repetitions. We're just warming up though. And then our next pose, we did our tiptoes and our heel stabilization. Oh, now we're going to do toes up. I'll walk up here a little bit closer. You can see, and for this one, we're just raising our toes up, but just the toes. So keep all the rest of your foot and then spread your toes apart. And while we're doing this, we're going to spread our fingers. Can you see that? My foot is staying on the mat, but I'm just raising the toes. And this is a very good one to help prevent tripping, because a lot of times, especially if you have some kind of recovery going on, or you're just older, that you the flexibility and bending the toes is not as good. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, spread them when they get up there. 8, 9, and 10. Very good. But that's what causes you to trip, because your toes are not bending and they're stiff. So we want to keep those toes very flexible, and that's one good way to do it, is just to stand and raise them up. And while you're doing it, do your hands. If you have any kind of arthritis in the fingers, this helps. So lots of things to think about. And I always remind people, think about what we're doing and take something away that you're going to practice this week. We're going to do our hula hoo. It's a pretend hula hoop. So grab your hula hoop. And this is a great one for the low back, the spine, keeping it limber, moving it in all different directions, and make sure that you keep your knees fluid. So here we go. Hula. Really getting the hips going, spinning it. Oh, I got my hands off the hula hoop. Now I can go really fast. Remember when we did it as kids and you hold your hands up? Hula, 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 hoo, hula, hula, hoo. I'm going to the right. And then we're going to stop and go to the left. Let's hula. Hula, hula, hula. Hula, hula, hula. Hula, hula, hoo. Hula, hula, hoo. Hula. You see how my knees are moving with me? They're not standing straight, but I'm really moving that hip and getting this movement in the low spine. If you have stenosis, this can help to keep that fluid and not getting arthritis so that it gets too tight. That's why I do it, because I have some, according to my MRI, stenosis in my low back. And so I got to keep that very active. Now, I'm worked up a sweat already. I'm going to get my chair here. Because we're going to sit on our chair. The chair part's finally here. Oh, I should have said, if you are sitting on the chair because you can't get up, you can hula in the chair. it still gives the spine a lot of flexibility there. So you can get your blocks. I'm not going to use my blocks today, but I wanted to demonstrate because, see, this chair is low enough that I can actually get my feet down here flush. I've had some chairs that I've used, and I have to put my feet on the chair so that I am sitting straight. So if you need your blocks, make sure that you're using them. We're going to do a little warrior 2 chair pose to the left and right routine, or a little flow. So we're going to start with warrior 2 to the right. So we're going to take the right leg out and turn in our chair so that our left leg is hanging off of the chair. And if you are recovering and you don't quite have the leg strength to lift up, just pretend that you're lifting. Just try to, like you're squeezing to come up, but don't really come up all the way. So you can do it that way. There's you're still getting the benefit, and that way you're strengthening your legs so that eventually you can use the leg strength to come up and stay. So here we go. We're doing warrior 2. So inhale and exhale as you come up. Bring the right hand out. And since I'm off the chair, I'm taking my left foot and pointing it towards the long end of the mat, or towards the camera. And my left knee is not over my toes. Make sure you check that. We're just going to hold it here for about 30 seconds. I'm going to look over here at the clock. We've done about 10. We're halfway there. And gaze out over your right hand, right leg, right hand. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower down. And then bring both legs to the front. And we're going to do a chair pose in the middle of the warriors to the left and right. So we're going to inhale up. And again, if you don't have the strength, just pretend you're coming up off of the chair. And I'm just really squatting low. I'll turn sideways. The knees are behind the toes. The booty's really out there, like you're just going to sit down. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds, or as long as you can. We're halfway there. I've been talking, so I am keeping track. I'm burning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just sit back down in your chair. Now we're going to do our warrior 2 to the left. So left leg swings around, right leg is back, and I'm going to lift up. I'm going to turn my right foot out. Left hand over left knee, right hand back. And you can stay almost out of your chair or a little bit out of your chair, whichever way you can do it, or just squeezing the muscles to get them ready for the next time. And again, we're halfway there. The last 15 seconds goes slower because I don't have as much to say. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down and bring yourself forward. Shake your legs out. And then we're going to put the right leg to the right. Swish forward. And this time I'm going to do it where I'm just staying kind of in the chair, so you can see both ways. Inhale up, or squeeze. Right hand forward, left hand back. We are halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower down. Knees forward for our middle chair pose. Inhale up. And I'm maybe an inch off of the chair, which is a really low squat. It's easier if you're up higher. Halfway there. I'm going to come up a little bit. My legs are burning. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower. The one good thing about when you're doing chair pose in front of the chair, you're really close to sitting down. So it's easy to get down in that seat when you need to. Now swing to the left. Got my left leg out front, right leg in the back. And here we go. Inhale up. Left hand is extended to the left. Right hand back. Looking to the left. Halfway there. Come down if you need to. You don't have to stay up as long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And sit. I have the extended time because if you've been following for a while, it is your challenge. If you've just started, if you can do 5 seconds, that's where you start. Okay, after that one, we're going to do knees up and cross our right hand to the knee. So we're going to bring the left knee up in a little twist so the right hand comes across, and then alternate. Here we go. We're going to do these 10 times, and we'll repeat it 3 times. Ready? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lift, over, right, left, right, left, 3, right, left, 4, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. One more, right and left. I'm talking when I say right or left, it's the leg coming up, not the hand going over. There's one. Let's do 10 more. This time we're going to go a little faster. And here we go. Right, left, 2, right, left, 3, right, 4, right, 5, right, 6, right, 7, right, 8, right, 9, right, 10, right. Now, if you lift your leg higher, of course, you're going to be doing a little harder workout. So this time, try to see how high you can get your knee up. Here we go. Arms out. Inhale, exhale. Left, right, 2, right, 3, right, 4, right, up, right, 6, right, 7, right, 8, up, 9, right, 10, right. Oh yeah, I really felt that through the whole core section. Our next one is serving tray. Oh no, not that serving tray. Goalpost arms is number 6. So this is a good little workout for the arms and for the midsection, for the back also. Inhale up, goalpost arms. That's with your elbows bent and your hands straight up in the air beside your head. on either side. For this one, we're going to inhale and exhale the arms together and apart, and then bend forward and up. Ready? Together, apart, bend up. 2, apart, bend up. 3, apart, bend up. 4, apart, bend up. 5, apart, bend up. Keep the arms up. 6, apart, bend up. 7, apart, bend up. 8, apart, bend up. 9, really squeeze those together. Apart, bend up. And last one, squeeze apart, bend up. You should really feel that through your arms, especially when you're coming together and squeezing, then it gets into the shoulder. We'll do that one more round of 10. So I wonder if I should go sideways so you can see the sideways view. Okay, here we go. Squeeze together, bend up. 2, apart, bend up. 3, apart, bend up. 4, apart, bend up. Squeeze apart, bend up. 6, apart, bend up. 7, apart, bend up. 8, apart, bend up. 9, apart, bend up. Last one, squeeze, 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 release, and bend over, forward, and up. If you don't feel that through your arms, that means you've really been working out doing something, because I feel it. And I've been working out. Now we're going to do serving tray. We're going to bring our head to the right, center, and left. So serving tray, if anyone has ever been a waitress or waiter, you hold the trays out, right? Turn this way. They're just glued to your ribs and they're straight up from you. And then we're going to bend to the left, to the right, center, left, center. This is really good for the spine too. So here we go. And squeeze your glutes together. So inhale up nice and straight. Exhale right, center, left, center, 2, center, left, center, right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center, 8, center, left, center, 9, center, left, center, 10, center, left, center. I lost track of counting there for a moment. We're going to repeat that one more time. I'm going to get me a quick drink. Getting really thirsty. Woo, that's good. Okay, for our serving tray spinal twist. Inhale, exhale to the right, center, left, center. Really holding your stomach too. 2, center, left, center. 3, center, left, center. 4, center, left, center. Arms are glued to your side. 5, center, left, center. 6, center, left, center. Setting up nice and straight. 7, center, left, center. 8, center, left, center. 9, center, left, center, 10, center, left, center. That should have felt really good for that low back. Our next one is, we're going to do our side bends. So I'm going to scoot back a little bit in the chair. And a side bend is just, I'm going to be inhaling the left hand up and exhaling as I just lean to the side, and the right hand is hanging down as far as it can. Inhale up. We're going to repeat this 5 times, and then we'll go to the left and then do it for 3 more times. So here we go. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up. Exhale 2. Inhale up. Exhale 3. Oh gosh, that feels good. Inhale up. Exhale 4. Inhale up. Exhale 5. And just hang out here for a moment. We're going to pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale up and exhale the left arm down. Whew. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale to the left. Just dipping to the side. Inhale up. Exhale 2. Inhale up. Exhale 3. Inhale up. Keep your back straight. Exhale 4. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale 5 and hold it. Pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale up and exhale down. That felt good. And we're going to do something in between. We're going to come back to this one. We're going to inhale the right leg up and over the left into pigeon pose. And you can stay right here. The important thing is to make sure that your back is straight. Not this way. Nice and straight. Because we are working on improving our posture and the strength of our spine to keep us upright. Now, the hands can rest on the thigh, on the shins. Try to keep it off of your knee. If you want to add a extra stretch layer to this, and you're able to, you can inhale the right arm up, it's the right leg up, and just lean forward. And that puts a little extra stretch in this pose. Or you can just stay where you're at. We'll hold it for 30 seconds. We've already done 5, so we're halfway there. It's just a very subtle stretch. Don't try to make it more than it should be. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Now we're going to go with the other leg. Inhale the left leg up on top of your thigh. This leg I have to be careful with because of this knee. So that's better. To get it just right so it's not pressing an area of my knee that hurts sometimes if I'm in a certain position. So again, you can stay here. You can inhale and stretch the left hand out. We've been here for 10 seconds. I started from when we just lifted the leg up. Now we're halfway there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale up and exhale everything down. You can check your feet out if you want. Now we're going to do our side stretch. So inhale the left arm up and exhale over. Oh, 1. Inhale up. Exhale over. 2. Inhale up. Exhale over. 3. I want you to see how straight my back is. Inhale up. Exhale over. 4. Inhale up. Exhale over. 5 and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale up and exhale the left arm down. Last one on the left side. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale over to the left. It feels really good. You should notice that you might even be stretching a little further each time. Inhale up. Exhale 2. Inhale up. Exhale 3. I really feel like I'm getting a lot more stretch through this side. Inhale up. Exhale 4. Ooh, that's good. Inhale up. Exhale 6. 6. Exhale 5. And pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And inhale up. Exhale the right arm down. Yeah, it is really hard counting and thinking of what's coming next. So excuse me when I count wrong or do something. I usually know what I'm doing. As soon as I do it, I'm like, oh, that's not right. So we're going to inhale the right leg up and crossing over the left again. Inhale for our pigeon pose and exhale if you want to bring the right arm forward into a extended pigeon pose. Pigeon pose is one of my favorite poses. It's so good for the sciatica, low back, stretch through the glutes. It's really a good pose. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale up. Exhale the leg down. I'll turn sideways this time so you can see the sideways how it looks. Inhale the left leg up and over. Inhale and exhale if you want to do the extended pigeon pose. You see the back is straight. I'm just bending at the hip flexor here. Don't round the back up. I'm trying to see my clock. We're halfway there. I'm going to put them on this side, I think. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up and exhale the leg and the arm down. Our next pose is, we're going to take a little break. Let me see. We're just going to have prayer hands and do a set of 3 deep breaths twice. I said we would do some deep breathing, and this is one way to do it. We're just going to inhale to the count of 6 and then exhale to the count of 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then just breathe normally. Keep your eyes closed and just kind of do an assessment of how you're feeling, what has felt adequately stretched, and what you think might need a little extra help. And then on your next inhale, you can open your eyes. And exhale your arms out to the side. Bring them back around if you can. If you can clasp them together, go ahead and do that. And then we're going to raise our arms up and down. If you can't clasp them together, just raise the arms up and down, not clasp. Ready? Inhale up, exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And relax the arms. And we will do a cow arm, which is we're going to inhale the right arm up and pat yourself on the back. And as you're doing that, you inhale the left arm up so the fingertips touch if they can. If they can't, just keep them where you can. I'll turn this way so you can see. They can be like this, 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 whatever level you're at. For our cow arms, and you probably have to sit sideways in your chair for these. Try not to let your head dip down. Keep that head up nice and straight and the arm away from the head. You see my arm is not touching. I caught myself pressing, but we don't want to do that because of the neck. We're just doing our cow arms. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently release. We're going to do some shoulder shrugs to release that tension in the shoulders. So inhale up and back, up and back, up and back, up, back. One more time, up and back. Now count arms with the left. So inhale the left arm up, inhale the right arm up behind you. If you can, grab your fingertips and hold your cow arms. I'm going to look at our clock here for 30 seconds. If you have shoulder issues, do not try to clasp your hands together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And let's do wavy arms. Wavy, wavy, wavy. Up. Wavy, wavy, wavy. Up. Wavy, 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 and up. And around and back. I'm just doing I'm just like, oh, my arm's going to do this. So I'm just going to have you guys do it. That wasn't in the script. It's not in the book, but it felt good. And then we're going to, let's see. I'm going to do some more stuff that I didn't put down. Let's do a, just a regular forward fold. That's always really good for the hip flexors. And if you have high blood pressure, then try to keep your head up above your heart like this. If you don't have high blood pressure, you can come down and try to touch the floor, your blocks, or your toes, whichever you want to do. I showed you how my back looks. Nice and straight. Keep the hump out. If you can't bend over without hunching, then just bend to where you can, because we're wanting to loosen this hip flexor up. I'm just going to come down here. And let that relax. And when you feel that, if you still feel okay, we're going to take our elbows with opposite hands. I'm going to scunch around forward and hold our elbows, take our feet out nice and wide, and we're just going to do ragdoll in the chair. And you can swing side to side. If you have high blood pressure, don't be doing this. Just stay in a forward fold with the head above the heart. And then place your hands on the mat and your feet back together. And inhale up, all the way. We're going to do one more spinal twist, and then we're going to go into our box breathing, which is a great breath work for anxiety and stress. It's also called Navy SEAL breath because the Navy SEALs use it for their stress. So for our last spinal twist, we're going to be inhaling the right arm up and twisting it to the back of the chair, and then the left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. And you can kind of gently push yourself, not push, but straighten yourself so that you're really got nice straight back by putting a little pressure onto the thigh with the left hand. And just breathe normally while you're in your spinal twist. Then on your next exhale, return to center. And inhale the left arm back, right arm to the left thigh. And again, that little gentle push. When I do that, I feel my chest and neck area sitting up straighter and taller, which then decompresses the spine, because if you're twisting and you're hunching over, you're compressing the spine, and you shouldn't be doing that. You want the spine twisting where that it is elongated and not compressed. We want to make space in between the vertebrae, but the spine is meant to twist all different directions, but sometimes not to twist when it's in a compressed state. Definitely not do that. And we're just holding it here for about 30 seconds. We're over halfway there. And here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. Ooh, I think we should do one more of those on each side. Just felt so good. I want to do one more. Inhale the right arm up. Left hand to the left thigh. Oh, yeah. My back is still adjusting. I'm hearing it make little popping sounds, so it's getting looser and looser. And we're more than halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your next exhale, return to center. Maybe do a little shoulder rolling back. Inhale the left arm up. Right hand to the left thigh. Left hand behind you. I feel an inch taller by doing this already. Each time I do it, I feel like I'm sitting up a little taller. My spine is elongating. Just doing some deep breathing. It feels good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And on your next exhale, return to center. That felt really good. Now, just sit in your chair. I'm going to sit back a little bit so I have a little bit of back support. And I'm going to take you through the box breathing. And then when I say and relax, I just want you to relax for a minute or two in a chair shavasana with your eyes closed. And then I will ding my bell. The first one, just keep your eyes closed. The second one, you can start kind of looking through your eyelashes. And then on the third one, if you want, you can open your eyes all the way. We're going to come out but nice and gentle. So here we go. For box breathing, it is breathing in to the nose to the count of 4. Hold 4. It's hard to see. I need a white background, I think, or something back there. Breathe out the mouth to the count of 4. Hold 4. And then we start it over and we'll repeat it for a round of 3 times. And I'm going to be counting I'll say nose, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, mouth, 2, 3, 4. That's to remind you, in the nose, out the mouth. Here we go. And if you want to close your eyes down, it's really good to do that. Nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Mouth, 2, 3, 4. Nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Mouth, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Mouth, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And just relax. This is the time to think about our word of the day, understanding. I hope that you understood all of the poses and why they are good for recovering. And then think about what you would like to take for your practice this week, your personal practice, just to repeat a couple of the poses once or twice, or feel free to rewatch the video for the whole thing. And just try to do a little inner perspective. Just keep your eyes closed for a second or two, and we're going to start coming out of our chair shavasana. thinking about how you feel. You can start kind of fluttering your eyes, looking through your eyelashes so the bright light doesn't like, ooh, I'm away from. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and come back to this time and space. And I hope that that was a good class for you and your journey of recovery, or even if you just like to do chair yoga and you're just trying to gain more strength and flexibility. And these are for the ones that are in recovery of an illness or cancer recovery, maybe chemo. Um, I have a quote that I wanted to read, and then I'll go into the questions. One of the secrets of a happy life is continuous small treats. And that is by a lady named Iris Murdoch. So I ask you, what are some of your small treats? Normally we think of treats as, oh, candy or cookies or something, but that's not all that it could be. And I'm just going to share a few of my, what I consider treats for something special. Kombucha. I love drinking kombucha. Talking to a friend. That's very gratifying. Seeing my grandkids is a special treat. Sometimes just finding a small gift for someone that I care about that, is no reason, just because you're there. Um, and I love having the house all to myself. I have the house all to myself right now. And guess what I'm doing? Yoga, streaming yoga. That's really great. I love that. Um, and also, if I'm not streaming, sometimes just having the house to myself and doing a yoga session, because then there's no interruption. It's very quiet and just very calming. So that's one of my favorite things. Taking a walk. And there is a bit of chocolate is a special treat, especially the dark chocolate. And I try to buy pieces that are just small so that I can't eat the whole candy bar. And I try to, like, okay, you had one, that's all you need, because it isn't good to eat too much, but it is good to have just a little bit. And then if I'm feeling kind of maybe not so energetic, one of my other special treats is binging on a really good TV series. I really like to binge. And then when I'm out and about, stopping at a yogurtini about once a month, I do that. Maybe once every 2 months. It's not that often, but it's really special when I do it. And I discovered that yogurtini on Tuesdays has a deal. You can get as much in your cup as you want off for $6, because sometimes when I take the grandkids, their cups are like $10. So I'm like, okay, Tuesday's a good time to take the grandkids and get yogurtini, two special treats. So I hope you enjoyed that bit of special treat trivia from me. And my other quote is, people will never truly understand something until it happens to them. And that is so true with cancer. I had cancer myself, and I was very sympathetic to people that had it. And after I had it, I was like, oh, some of the things that I thought might have been comforting maybe weren't quite so comforting as I thought, because I understood it so much better. So I just leave you with those thoughts in mind. Oh, we got to draw, and then we got to do namaste. So here's my bowl of words for the next class. Is spontaneity. Oh, so next class will be on spontaneity. It will probably not be a chair class, but you can always watch chair classes on previous ones that I've recorded, if that is all that you're able to do at this time. And I hope that whatever you're doing helps. Let's rub our hands together, bringing love, joy, peace, and most of all, understanding into our heart center today. And I bow and honor the light in you and ask that you honor the light in others. Namaste. Ta-ta for now. See you next week with a happy smile on my face and I hope on yours.